Hi everyone. In this video, I would like to talk to you about the concept of sampling in Excel. But before we actually dive into the actual sampling, I would like us to build the tools that we would need for sampling. And that is by considering the three important functions and tools that we use in sampling. The first function that I would like us to consider is the sort function in Excel. The second is the count and countif function in Excel. And then the third is the generation of random numbers in Excel. To do that, let us consider this restaurant data set. For the sort function, say you would love to sort your data by quality rating or meal price. What you would do is you would select your whole data set by clicking on it, but by clicking and selecting everything on your data set. And then the next thing you would do on the home ribbon, you would go and click on the sort and filter button. As you click on it, it gives you different options. You can just sort from A to Z, but this is more useful when you just have one column that you're sorting. And that's same thing applies to Z to A, which sorts from largest to smallest, or from Z to A on the alphabets. But what we'll use most of the time is the custom sort. So what you do, you'd click on the custom sort, and it will give you this window, which actually asks you, what do you want to sort by? It's sorting the whole data set, but it's asking you, with what variable would you like to sort? That's where you select. Say you want, like I said, you want to sort by the quality rating. You click on it and it's already sorted the whole data set, and each data entry goes with the whole observation. So also you can actually sort by more than one level. That is, on the custom sort, you can add levels which you want to sort by, and that is by adding, you sort by the quality of rating first, then by the meal price, for example. As you sort that, you have it. So what it did, it gave you it sort by the different quality ratings, and then in each different quality ratings, it then sort by the meal price, as you can see here. Now, that is what we will use or what we will do on the sort function. Now, say you want to count how many elements are there, and this is more important when you're doing stratified sampling, as you may have known from theory. How you would do this is you would want to use the count function. A quick way that I want to show you as to how many entries, like let's say you just want to count how many entries are in this column A. What you can do is to select the whole column A. You can see its numbers, and then down here you can see there is the count. So it counts how many entries are there. The count records as 301. But you know that the first row is for headings. So that means your population, for example, in the study, you've got 300 restaurants that you're looking at. That's one way. Or you can just use the count function by the first thing that we said you do is type in an equal sign and then type in count and then open bracket, and then all you need to do is to then select the numbers that you're trying to count and then press enter. Let's see what number it returns. 300. So we have our count. Now, say we want to count how many are in each different group, and if we want to group by quality of rating, or rather quality rating, what you would do is, I would suggest just copy each group or what each group has. For example, there is the excellent group. You copy that, you paste it somewhere, and then the next one is good. You copy that, and then you paste it somewhere, and you can do the same thing for poor and very good. Okay, there's very good. So for very good, you copy that, and then you paste it here. So in a way, what you're doing is like having a frequency table here that's going to tell you how many excellent do you have, how many good do you have. This will come in handy in stratified sampling. So what you would do is type in an equal sign. Now, from this data set, you want to count how many excellent, not count how many entries you have here. In this entries, how many recorded excellent. So you don't use the count function as you did to get this 300. You use what we call the count if function. The count if function, and it's going to ask you for the range. The range, just select the whole of column B, and then what's the criteria? The criteria, just select the word excellent, because you have it here, close bracket, and it already counts for you that you've got 66 excellent. But because you've already made life easier for yourself and copied this and made it like a frequency table, you can already drag this down without actually retyping the function. So you've got 66, you've got 84, you've got 150. Then what you would want to do is to check whether all these add to 300, because there are three groups here. So you would equal and use the sum function, open bracket. What numbers do you want to sum? All three of them. Enter. Whoa, it's 300. That's what we will also use in sampling. And then the last thing that you would want to do is to learn how to generate random numbers in Excel. Now, how you would do that is you would actually use the random number generator in Excel most often, but there is another function called the rand function, or the rand between function, which we will explain later. But for now, in sampling, we will most often use the random number generator. Where do you get the random number generator? You go to the data ribbon up here, and then in the far end you will see there is data analysis. Data analysis, you click on it, and then as you scroll down here you will see there is random number generation. You click on OK. What random number generation will ask you now, how many random number of variables? You want one variable because you want one column of random numbers, but how many random numbers? How many random numbers is usually in relations to how big is your population, how many entries does your population have. In this case, we've got 300 values, and then it's going to ask you for the distribution from which you want to generate these random numbers, and most of the time you will use the uniform 0 1 distribution. So you're generating from the uniform between 0 and 1 distribution. And then the random seed value is one value that we will give you most of the time so that you guys have uniform answers, because remember, these are random numbers. So say we use a random seed of 100, and then the output range is where you want this to output. Just all the time make sure you click on output range, because when you click on new workbook, it's going to open another Excel workbook, or new worksheet is going to open another Excel worksheet. But you want it to output on the output range that you select yourself. You click on it, and then this is where you want it to start. You click on the cell where you want the random numbers to start, and then click on this arrow again so you have it, and then you click on OK. It gives you all the random numbers. So those are the three tools that we need for sampling. Thank you very much.